Hi guys, welcome to Operation Crypto and this fresh update on Vechain. I know it's only a couple of days since we did an update on Vechain, but there's been a tweet pushed out by the official Vechain Twitter account, so we'll check out what's going on there, and then we'll have a look at the price. We've had quite a good reaction to that tweet so far, so let's hope we can maintain some price action to the upside now. Throughout this video, we'll take a look at both the BTC pairing and the USDT. If you're new to this channel, please make sure that you are subscribed, hit that like button, and let's crack on. So, welcome to the channel, and big shout out to the sponsor of this video is Cointelegraph Markets Pro. You will find a full platform review on the homepage of my YouTube channel. Lots going on there. I think you should at least go and check out that platform review and see what it's all about. So, Vechain, one of the biggest logistics companies in the world, shake hands, partnership, and now together. Stay tuned, which remember hashtag NFTs, Vechain and VTHO. Who could it be? I know in the past we've mentioned a lot of the DHL. I think we recycled that news about 100 times, but let's wait and see. I'm looking forward to that. And in terms of price analysis, if we just look down to the lower time frames, we got a great reaction there. I mean, from that candle, it was like a 9% candle nearly there. And so far it's a slight rejection, but what we need to do is just have a look what's going on in terms of price action over the bigger time frames. And I mean, if you look at the bigger scheme of things, we're in a massive pendant here. I mean, the lower trend support line is here, and that's where we've been close down to before. Upper trend line is here, which we rejected off back on the 8th of September before the entire market seemed like it was dying, and then we've bounced back up. But if you just have a zoom in here, we broke. This was a rising wedge, and we actually broke to the downside. I did do a tweet on that saying that we was in a rising wedge, and look at potential buys at 10.3 cent. I did say 10 cent, and we actually wicked right down to 10 cent on the nose, and then push forward. And let's see. I mean, usually if you hit the 382 or the 618, it's a good indication that the next move is imminent. But it really depends what Bitcoin does. Bitcoin's trying to break that 55k barrier. If it pushes across that, it's going to be good for everything else ultimately, apart from the Satoshi pairs, but we'll take a look at them in a second. So the price now, we've obviously filled orders there. Just be wary, like I say, we could potentially fill some orders down at the golden ratio, which is 0.09485, so that's around 9.4 cent. And if you're looking for some buys, that could be the area to tag if you are wanting to get into Vechain. Just taking a step back from that though, if we go back to the daily time frame and have a look at the overall picture again, I want to just put the moving averages on. So we've got the 50 and the 20 here, and have a zoom in. Obviously we've had that bearish cross here when it was mid-September, my birthday, that 20th September, and then we rejected. And it looks like we are forming very, very close to a bullish cross here. So let's hope we can maintain that on the daily time frame. Maybe close up at around this region at around 11 cent, and I think we'll get that bullish cross. And it should push us up. And then the next target is obviously going up towards this this downtrend support line, because in the grand scheme of things, we are in a downtrend, and we can't get away from that fact. Since we hit those all-time highs up here at 27-28 cent, it's rejected. We've been up to test it once, twice, so it does show that is going to be the key area to break through. Tell you what, once we do break through that though, we are going to slingshot. It may be a month or two before we actually do that, depending how the Bitcoin market dominance goes, because ultimately Bitcoin is trying to regain market dominance. With that, ultimately the altcoins do not perform as well as Bitcoin, and they may just malinger around at this price for a while. I think 10 cent is a natural area where it's pretty much staying. Look at the prices pumping at a minute. Just have a look at my lower time frames, hourly. We're pushing back up now, so that's a great thing. We might even try and close back up against this wick here at 11.5 cents. So yeah, all in all, that's pretty much an analysis on Vechain. If you're looking to take profit, to accumulate, and the first region is around this -2.7 level, which is on that trend line there. So looking for something like this, we're looking for a break up, a break out of that trend, a retest of a trend, and then a push to the upside. So far the first major target is there, 12.6 cent is going to be the first major hurdle for Vechain. Once it breaks above that, you are not coming back to those levels again, and it will fly. Believe me, once it gets going and breaks out of that downtrend, you will experience a huge pump like this that we had probably from the beginning of last year. Bang. I was quite lucky, man. I managed to buy my Vechain like, I think around here, maybe in May or August sometime. Around that time anyway. I bought it so cheap. I'm still quite a big holder of Vechain myself. So things are looking good, and I'm happy with all what's going on here. Shit happens. We had a bit of a mini bear season mid-cycle. Nothing to worry about. Vechain is fundamentally a strong blockchain and fundamentally a solid asset in terms of partnerships and what they're trying to achieve with use cases. So that's that. Just note that the money flow indicator is slight tick to the red, but hopefully we can push to the upside. That gives me a good indication when there are more buys or sells coming into the market, and if this pump maintains, we're going to flip back to the green side very soon. We'll just have a look at a BTC pair in here. This is an area, this green band, of major support. If you look here, it was resistance. Then we use it as support here. Support. And we just need to be wary with the Satoshi pairs, the Bitcoin pairings, because if Bitcoin goes in a rally, it's going to take it out on the SAT pair. So I don't want to sound too bearish on the Bitcoin pair, but that could be an area down here around 128 sats to buy. So far we've acted to an absolute T and bounced off that 178 region, 177, which is support, which I've mentioned throughout all my previous videos over the course of the last few months. Just be wary, we could hit a tap and go and then push to the upside, and that's if Bitcoin does a heavy maneuver. But if you're looking for buys, ladder them down from 177 down to 128, and then first area to break through is here at about 300 sats. That's a massive area you need to consider targeting before the price does then start to rally again. So all in all, things are looking good. I'm happy with the price of what's going on. It's not been the best scenario since we hit them all-time highs, and we've sold off, and we had that falling wedge which we break out of, and then we had a rising wedge which we've rejected from. But don't worry about it. This is a great asset, and so far so good. Nice reaction from today's tweet. Just one thing before we do wrap this video up. Note that my Patreon is now active. If you want to be part of my community, we have a private Discord server with live TA. We have chart requests, chart analysis, anything you want, hands-on help, education, cryptocurrency news, that is all within that server. So go ahead and check it out. You will find that link in the description of this video and all my previous videos. If you're new to this channel, please make sure that you are subscribed. Hit that like button. I'll catch you next time.